Morning YouTube, back at the pasture making venture here.
Yeah.
Now I am putting a pond in for the ducks because I am tired of them swimming in our pool. So I started the other day and I didn't have the camera. Now I do. And like I mentioned before, everything is on a hill here. So trying to get a pond in this area is a bit difficult. So we need to go about probably four foot deep here just to get a berm high enough on this side to retain the water. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because again, it's for ducks, nothing more than that. And then I'll just get a pond liner, drape that down, and then probably just do like a 3-foot strip of river rock or something right where the liner meets the dirt. That way the ducks can kind of walk in and out easily and don't have to try and climb over big boulders around the liner and stuff like that. So I'm gonna keep digging this out. I'm basically just trying to generate enough dirt to get this on grade. So I have to keep going deeper and deeper to generate enough. So it doesn't need to be this deep. Obviously a 2-foot deep pond would be probably enough for a duck, but I gotta make it work. So I'll throw you in the cab and dig some more out.
Keep putting it in here, you're not going to get it
really don't want to go any deeper. I mean, this is getting a bit extreme. So what I might end up doing is just keep it this depth, even though if I raise this berm up from generating dirt elsewhere, I'm still making the pond deeper. But what I kind of did was to save, I brought this up a little more, and I just kind of sloped that down a little more gradual. That way, instead of the water level being all the way up there, hopefully it's like down to here now, and it's not such a sheer wall. But kind of getting to the point of, I'm gonna put the liner in, fill it up, see where water level gets me, what looks, you know, fine, and if the water line brings it right along here, then I'll just grade all that around it. Alright, I'm gonna measure this, see what kind of liner we need. 30 is the widest I can go, but I can go as long as I want. So that's 19.
Yeah.
19 and 5, so that's only 24 there.
Oh my
so
God.
I could go deeper. But we're kind of just wasting time at this point. That's 20. So 30 by 30 would still be fine.
Yeah. That's why I don't share the wire. Because I'm holding on to the line.
So now,
you just go to me and talk to me.
we're gonna figure out where the guys put the grade stake, so using a stick. So let's see what this height gets us. Not sure if you can see me on camera, you probably can't. Close enough. So obviously the water's not going to be this high. I can't have it overflowing the berm. So that translates to water being that high here. Let me see if I have a spray paint can. Yeah, that's not going to work. I need to bring it up. I mean, there's essentially no water in here. Gotta bring it up more. It's the only way the water is going to go back. Alright, so what I'm doing here is each rock, camera's picking it up, so their water level is basically going to be through there, rock, rock. So right there, we're pretty much at the top of the berm. Right there, that rock, and then that stick. So that berm can start coming down, but we're not very high. We're probably only, I mean, I could shoot grade, but we're only probably 2 feet deep in the middle here, up here. But down there, you can see we're probably 3.5. So I'm fine with that. I can actually keep that berm the height it is. And then right where Mars is, we could bring that elevation down. We can use that to blend in there. And then that'll allow me to go deeper, because we're bringing the dam down, not the dam, the berm down. So I can bring this down deeper to get this a little more depth to it. So now that I have my water height, I can kind of mess with that and go from there. So I'm gonna go a little deeper. All right, I got the pond liner, got a 30 by 30. We're going over here. Just gonna pick up this last little bit of rock and unfold it, start filling it. All right, my wife helped me. She didn't want to be on camera. That is a 30 by 30 and very heavy. For those of you that do pond liners, you can imagine. I think it's an 8 mil thickness, I think, but so I knew it was going to be much bigger than it needed to be, which is fine. Not much bigger, but I probably could have did a 25 by 25, but I got a 30 by 30. So we're going to start putting the water in, and as it fills up, we're just going to pull the liner tight, get to a nice height we like, and then I will cut the rest off. All right, the water is going in. See how long it takes. Happy wife, happy life. And it's going to take a while because we have about a 100-foot hose, but let's see. Can ideally 3 feet because they're 7 foot. All right, so we just finished that hardscape job that you'll see on the video prior to this. It's the Thursday before 4th of July, so figured I'd give the guys an easier day. So they washed all the trucks this morning, and I went and got fence posts. So now we are going to, we got it all spray painted out. So now we're going to lay them, then we're going to lay them out and auger them in. See how far we get today. Grass is starting to come in, but we've had a lot of heavy rain. I mean heavy, heavy. So I have a feeling a lot of this washed out. It is just for pasture, but I still want it to germinate. Starting to come in. So we're going to start here, lay them all out. The guys already went through and marked every 8 foot. So I'm just going to start on this corner and work around. There's going to be a lot of rock we're going to hit, so they're definitely not going to be right at 8 feet on every one, because we're going to hit rock and have to work. So we're going to lay the posts out, so that way when we put the auger on, we can just throw them right in the ground, and no concrete, no rails, just verticals and wire mesh. This is my first time using this stuff. I never realized they were actually tapered. I know they always use like a pounder. They don't auger a hole like we're gonna do. But I never realized they started off narrow like that. Pretty cool. But doesn't really matter for us because we are just gonna use an 8-inch auger, throw it in the hole, use the digging bar around it to level it up, and call it done. But cedar. Going the wrong way again. Just trying to keep them far enough off the line so I can get the MT straight through here. So down here I think we'll be fine because this is on a lot of fill. That corner up there is going to be hard, and that might be the only spot that's hard. I don't see anything. I was looking. The pricker probably hit you just right. Again, I can cut him if we have to. Yeah, it's gonna close and I'll go down and look down the line. Oh yeah, goes there. Those three are dead nuts there. Did that come up? You hug the back of the hole, or?
Once you make that level, if you put your hand up, I think you'll be fine. I mean, you can cheat it if you can go back towards the bend a little bit in the hole, but it's pretty close.
Right there is level.
Do you have room to go back, the whole thing back?
Yeah. Oh, at the bottom it is.
Then just offset it a little bit and go back towards the bend. Even though you're going to be off level a little bit. Go ahead, keep going. Keep going. How bad's that? Quarter bubble, 2.5 bubble.
Yeah, but quarter bubble in that little bit. Quarter bubble.
Yeah, Ben, hit that upper side, Ben. Yep.
This side.
Yep. That'll work.
Again, first time messing with this kind of post, but they're all the same. So a lot of rock in here. So some of these are obviously pretty high. I'll just cut them off. I'm not too worried about it. But that kind of gives you a reference of, I mean, we're getting them, for being on the side of a hill, we're getting them pretty, you know, pretty good. So, not bad. Mike's about at that corner. Almost lunchtime. And rolling on. Pretty good. All right. Course ran 1 pole short.
Because of the boss man.
I didn't account for 3-foot gate, so that one technically should have completed this row, but it didn't. So
Yeah.
rock wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Definitely hit some. For example, like that one. But all of them are in. Oh, I'm probably going to run and get material for another job that we're starting next week, because everything's going to be closed Friday and Saturday. Today's Thursday, so I'm going to run and get that today. That way we have something to do come Monday morning. I'll let the guys stay here and finish this stuff up.
Don't even reposition yourself. I'm just banging them in real quick.
Yep, I'm not moving. Mike's and Mike though. At the top of that's a fucking
Sandpaper.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wasn't trying to hold my hand on it. Next one, Butch.
Yeah. I was just trying to soften the blow for you.
No, just
Not that it really helps.
I got plenty. Here, let's get that off there, because once you don't have your
Length, you're not going to be able to.
She said, once you don't have that length, you ain't no fucking good.
Yeah. It's all about that. It's all about that endowment. That's a paycheck. Likes that fat paycheck.
guess what?
You don't got one?
Look, come here. You ain't gonna get this. So you're gonna have to cut it butches.
No, we'll cut it up to one right behind Butch.
That's what I mean, the after butch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would I mean that butch? That's, you know what I meant.
You said that butcher.
I know, but you know what the fuck I meant.
No, we didn't. The pigs are up there having fun. Look at it. They're already digging holes. Look right behind. I'll throw your ass in the pond.
Now he's coming down.
Come on, I'll kick your ass, you little ham bone, you.
He tastes good.
We'll make a ham hock out of you. Ham,
His ankles are too small.
ham hock stew and
I'll
green
tell you.
beans. Ben knows how to cook. I watch him. He's taking you home in his backpack.
That's why he carries a backpack. He's going to steal the pigs.
Ow. You're up awfully hot.
Alright, I am back from getting material for next week. I left the camera with the guys, so I'm not sure how much they actually filmed. I will say though, I chinced out and got the cheapest of cheap metal fencing, and I am not a fan of this at all. I mean, you can't, like, some spots they can get super tight, and others it waves a lot. But at the end of the day, you know, it's pasture fencing, so who cares? So I'm gonna go through now. As you can see, some of the heights are off, so I'm gonna go through now and cut all those out. But yeah, I mean, we started, I think, 10-ish probably. So they left here right around 3. So 5 hours with lunch. Got it all marked out, laid out, dug, tamped, leveled, and wire put in. And I had a clear section up there to get through where the boulders and logs and stuff were. So I had enough material to get me right to the end here. So now I just need to finish this little section here. I can do that over the weekend. I thought I had the camera on, but it was off. So I didn't film any of the cutting, but that is all done. From the guys hammering the nails in the fencing, a lot of these are loose again, so we didn't concrete any of them. So I'm gonna have to go back through with the digging bar and really pound them in. Some are good, some are pretty bad. Like that one's good. I can't move that one. Can't really move that one. Okay, maybe, I mean, there's definitely some there. This one, see, like, just from hammering it. So I'll have to go through. I mean, all in all, for the amount of rock we have to dig through, it stayed pretty straight. I'm definitely gonna have to come in and build the bottom up with some dirt. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is get like a 1x6 or something on the back side where the mesh is, nail that to each post, and then backfill dirt up against it. That way it doesn't push the wire out. So I might do that at some point. Alright, I finished this on 4th of July weekend, so I figured I'd kind of show you the end result. I think the guys got to about here, so I finished this on my own. I see my wife doesn't know how to operate the gate. She keeps trying to open up. Oh, jeez, why we can't have nice shit? What did she do? Oh my god. Freaking. Leave my comments on myself. So I ended up bringing this side up with dirt because of the slope. So I raised it up that way I can get it. I was going to do metal, but I didn't want to, if she had to open it, to always have to open a 10-foot gate every time. So I just did 2 5s, that way she can still use that as a man door if she needs to. I finished all down through here. Nice and firm. And then, like I said, I think in the other video, I am going to have to raise up. I'm probably going to end up getting like a 1x4, 1x6, and put it along the bottom. Just so, you know, fox, because we have fox around here, coyote, they don't try and dig underneath the fencing to get to the animals. They go in at night, but, you know, they don't go in every night. Like last night, the duck stayed in the pond. There they go. I think the last video I took, I said they didn't use it, but now they love it. Again, I gotta cut the liner, and still gotta figure out what I want to do around the edges, whether I just put wood chips or a little rock, I don't know, but Plenty big enough for ducks. They approve. And then ultimately we'll probably put some kind of ag building right here for the ducks to go in. Eventually cut that stump down or leave it, get these boulders out of here. Thought the grass would come in a little better than it did, or I should say a lot better than it did. It's better in person than on the camera. The camera's not picking up all the lighter green stuff, but probably have to overseed it and fertilize it. Who says? Come here. Come here. Say hi to YouTube. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. No? Don't run around me. Yep. Happy wife, happy life, they say.